G'day, Lockie here. Today on OSS Unboxing, we're going to take a look at a project called OpenKruise. I first heard about OpenKruise during KubeCon Shanghai 2019, where Alibaba were on stage discussing what OpenKruise did and announcing it. So I don't know too much about it, so we're going to be learning together, and I haven't actually installed it. So let's go ahead and take a look. Now, what is OpenKruise? As you can see from this diagram, it's built on top of Kubernetes, and there are workload APIs, some scaling, advanced HPA, and QoS pod healers, which are both coming soon. So we have some workload APIs. So let's pop over to the GitHub here. You can follow along at home going to openkruise.io, and if you pop the GitHub link there, we'll actually take you over to the GitHub repository. So let's just take a quick look at what we got here, but I want to kind of get into it. Set of controllers which extends and complements Kubernetes core controllers. Today we have 3 application workload controllers: advanced stateful set, broadcast job, sidecar set. So I guess let's go through them. There are some tutorials there, and here's how we get installed. So let's go ahead and do this. I have a cluster here. Just a default Q nodes. I just spun this up relatively not long ago. 1.15.0 cluster on AKS Engine, and it looks like we're going to install some CRDs. I'm not going to take a look at these because there's nothing else running on them, but when you're doing a kubectl apply from URL, you should always go and have a look at what's in these things. So let's take a look. Okay, a CRD. Okay, we got one for broadcast job, one for sidecar set, and one for stateful set. Kubectl get CRD, we should have 3. Okay, and now we're going to go install a controller that takes a look at all them. But before we do that, kubectl get events dash all dash all namespaces. So I'm just going to watch the events on all namespaces. Let's take a look at what we got here. So I'm going to apply this, which is a controller. Let's see what we see. We see cruise system namespace, cluster role, mutating and validating webhook, a cluster role binding, a secret, a service, and a stateful set. And down here we see in this cruise system namespace, we get the stateful set and the associated pods. So if I do a kubectl get pods in the namespace cruise system. Okay, we're up and running. Anything else? Nope. There's some examples, but we're going to go and have a look at that in the tutorial. So let's pop the hood here. Okay, so it's the same as stateful set, adds 2 more things: max unavailable rolling update strategy and introducing in-place pod update strategy. Okay, so let's find out what they are. Note that it extends the same CRD schema as the default stateful set with newly added fields. Oh, okay, interesting. That means if you flip out the kind, it should work. So if you're on a stateful set and you want to go to advanced stateful set, you just flip the API version, is what they're saying. Okay, so what do we got here? We've got petition. I'm just looking at the struct here. Okay, so the ordinal at which the stateful set should be petitioned, default is 0. Okay, it's optional. And the max unavailable. So I guess max unavailable is how many can you do, and petition is where you want to start. So set it to 3, petition to 4. Okay, so that's the documentation. But let's just go and take a look at this in action. Okay, we've got a Helm chart. I'm just going to stick with the raw YAML here. It looks like we got ourselves a Redis cluster. So let's go and spin that up. That will probably just be used to back this demo. Deployment. Okay, and we should see that all work. And kubectl get pods. Kubectl get service and the endpoints associated. Okay, so we have the cluster up and running. Voila, that's that. Now we're going to do the guest book, stateful set, and the service. Now let's have a look at what the stateful set is doing. Stateful set, service. Okay, kubectl get pods. Okay, What do I see here? Okay, we have 20. So what do we got here? Readiness gates. We have a stateful set. The new condition must be added to ensure the pods remain in at not ready state while the in-place update is happening. Okay, that's probably a good thing to do. Parallel allows parallel and works with max unavailable and max unavailable. Okay, so we can do 3 at a time in parallel. Do in-place update if possible. Currently, only image update is supported for input. Ooh, I guess we'll learn about what in-place is. So let's go and take a look at this. Okay, so we have guestbook V1, 2020, 2020. Okay, fantastic. So it's up and running. Oh, KubeCut will get SVC. Okay, I'm pending on a load balancer. Let's go and take a look at what the next part is, because we could go and hit that, but I don't know that it's necessary. Okay, so we're going to do an in-place update by adding this. Which only updates the image and the petition. And in place, what's in place do? I didn't read it in the last one, so I guess we're going to find out. So we should have 20 pods all in running. Let's take a look. Readiness. Do we have the load balancer yet? I don't think that we need it. Okay. Now, I did a whole bunch of applies here. Okay, so I'm going to apply V2 of this. What if I do it so we get the pods? Let's see what happens. Should we watch the events? No, let's just watch this. We'll watch the pods. I'm going to apply V2, and I just deleted it because I wanted to apply it. Well, let's go back and apply it. Guestbook service. I did not want to delete it. I wanted to, just to be clear there. I don't know why I had a stray delete. So, let's go back and make sure we're in a good state. Okay. Let's go back and apply it again. Okay. Everything's coming up. We'll wait till we're at 20, 20, 20. And I'm going to patch to V2. I'm going to set this to apply rather than delete. Cool, cool. Okay, so let's do this with a dash dub. Now apply that. Okay, while that's happening, what do we just do? Partition 15, so we should only update looks 15 through 19. Okay. Okay, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, the last 5. So we said to start at 15. Okay, so to the last 5. Oh, I see what the in place is. Doesn't actually delete and recreate. It modifies the pod in place and does a restart. Interesting. That means it keeps the IP address and a few other things here. Interesting. I will validate that. So that's happened. Check the pods again. Update with restarts. IPs remain the same. The revision hash are updated. Now to upgrade all of them, update the petition. Okay, and then it'll go ahead and do all of them. Okay, so let's just edit this. Partition. Okay, update strategy, and we can update it to say to 0. And now everything will get updated. Okay, so updated that. So I should see everything restarting now. I do, and it can only do 3 at a time. I think that was the max unavailable. Yep, 3 at a time. So we should eventually see this normalized, and that everything should be updated. Kubectl get service. This on port 3000 should get me there. Oh, V2. Yep, there we go. Everything's restarted. Cool. The pod should be in ready state. The in-place will be set to false right before the in-place. Okay. How do I uninstall the app? That is pretty cool. If you're not using Helm, go and uninstall it. Okay, we can just leave this for now. Okay, so that is advanced stateful set. Let's go and take a look at broadcast job. Okay, it's like a daemon set but jobs. Very cool. So I'm guessing, okay, does not consume any resources, this controller. Okay, so upgrading software can keep alive after it's done. Okay, so there's a whole new heap of new fields which you can go and take a look at your own leisure. Okay, so they're going to show us caching an image across a fleet, which is cool. Okay, it is not cached anywhere. Let's go and have a look at this. Check the broadcast job. Kubectl get broadcast job. Okay. Active succeeded, so it's going to pull an image on all 3. Would be my guess. I left the other one there, and it has completed on all 3. Excuse me. Is that the image we pull? Okay, it'll be deleted after. Now run the command and check testing the cluster C. Get. I don't see that. Okay, let's go and have a look. Should be able to see that image. I do not. Did it actually finish? Active. 2 succeeded. And after 60 seconds it'll get deleted. That is not on the node. Grep Cruise. Cruise Manager is on 2 of the nodes. OpenKruise Guestbook v3. How about we do this? Well, kubectl get pods. Well, let's just see if this works for this, because clearly these are running. Describe. Maybe it's just the way that this is set up, it's not showing you. Pull a little OpenKruise guestbook at SHA. Nope. Well, clearly it's there. Okay, very cool. Well, that's broadcast job. We can go and do that. And then finally, sidecar set. Let's go take a look at this. Okay. So it looks like we can create a sidecar set here. Kubectl create cat. Get sidecar set. And what's this doing? It must match the label app equals nginx, and what it's going to do is insert the sidecar. Okay. This is pretty cool. Cat EOF. Yeah, exactly as advertised. That's pretty slick. What's this doing? Test sidecar set. Ready pods. Okay, it's probably still pulling down that sidecar CentOS 7. All right, so let's just pop back to the docs here. They are 3 very cool advanced workload, and they just take primitives in workloads, APIs that are already in Kubernetes, and make them add additional functionality, which is really cool. Advanced stateful set, broadcast job, and sidecar set. Advanced stateful set had in-place upgrades, which is cool. You keep stable IPs, you can do petitioning, and you can control a little bit more about how upgrades happen. Broadcast job allows you to run a job on every node. Think of it like a daemon set, but for jobs, which is really cool, and it's self-cleaning up, and there's a few other features in there as well. And sidecar set allows you to define a sidecar, arbitrary sidecars, to inject based on a label selector. So in that demo, we went and said anything that has app equals nginx, going ahead and put CentOS 7 in, which I think it should be running. So if I go back and check, yes, very cool. So I walked through what's there with OpenKruise. I'm excited to see the community form around this and see how people take these advanced workload APIs and actually use them. I think it's really neat that they built on something like stateful set and just kept the schemas to be identical. And I will take a look when this advanced HBA comes out and this pod auto, this QoS pod healer comes out. So thank you to the folks at Alibaba. I'm excited to see what happens with OpenKruise. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you loved it, subscribe. And thanks for joining. Cheers.